Hello. So in this video, I want to show you how to use Noodletools to help you organize your information you have in your notes to go from your notes to an outline to your paper. So I'll open up a project I have. And when I open my project, of course, it defaults to the sources page. Okay, I can see these. I can see annotations. I can see, how many note cards I have for each source. And then I can click on note cards. Okay, so this is one of my options over here to the left. When I click on note cards, it will default to what it calls the tabletop view. So the tabletop view simply looks like, hey, I have all my cards spread out on a table. Okay, like what I used to do years ago to organize my notes to write. I'd spread out all my note cards that were done on these nice little 4x6 index cards, and then I would start grouping them with information and making sections and piles to help me write my paper. Okay, so you can see I have some. These are just separate cards. And then you can see I also have these piles. So it's very easy to create a pile. All I have to do is drag one card on top of another, and it will prompt me to do a pile title. Okay, so I just give it a title, and then it will create a pile for me. So you can see I already have 3. And once I have a pile, again, it's very easy to move one card to a pile, okay, and add it to it. All right. So another thing I can do is detail view. And in detail view, I have these 2 sides. And you see here it's listing all of these. So I can see the ones that aren't in piles. Now I can click right here, and what it will do is it will show me all of these cards. Okay, so it shows me everything I've done with these cards. And maybe I don't want to see those. Maybe I just want to look at the ones that were for this pile, complexity. Okay, so again, I can see all of them. I could do that for all the ones that are in piles. That's easy enough. You will note in both views, I do have an outline feature. Okay, but at this point, as I'm starting my outline, I want to use tabletop view. Okay, and I just want to move some of these over. So I can see them. So again, it's very easy to move things around. With this, very easy to move them around so I can see everything. All right, so then the outline feature that I've opened, it will default with a Roman numeral 1 and then a letter A. Okay, so the Roman numerals are what it will refer to as topics or siblings. And then the alphabet will be your subtopics or the children of each sibling. So just understanding that, that the topics can reference sections or paragraphs depending on how you're writing or the length of your paper. Remember, longer papers, each section will be multiple paragraphs. Okay, this particular paper will be 3 to 4. So what I did is I simply click. I can double click here and I can type in what I need here. I can also click this edit button right here for any of them. So I had thesis here, so I may go ahead and type in my whole thesis so it's there. And then I added a topic, and it created, and I created this one for complexity. So what I did is I simply, I opened up some of these piles. Okay, so you can see how I can do that. Oops, I need to turn off the outline there. So this one was complexity. So notice I have 3 note cards under here, and all I did to include them in my outline is I dragged them over. Okay, so you can actually see that this one, the testing binary, it's already there. But what if I want to take it out? Okay, so you can see there's a little red X there. So if I take it out, oops, I took it out of the paper. But hey, I want to add a note card here. So I'm just going to come over here and notice I'm placing it under complexity. Okay. And so notice it moved it here. And then I can also move these up and down if I want to. I can also use these up and downs if I want to. This would change the level. Okay. I can also put them under subtopics. So just remember if I wanted to do this, okay. Maybe I want to move this one over here, but I want it here. I want it under A for define. And then I would just drop it. See, it comes over there. If I decide I don't want to use a note card there, okay, I can just drag it back to the tabletop. Okay, so my outline, and then in detail view, I just want to show what this looks like in detail view. So if I'm writing the complexity paragraph, okay, well, here I have all of these note cards. Okay, so as I'm writing, I can split screen. Split screen may be my best bet to do this. And as I'm writing, I do have the note cards here, so I can like copy paste from my quote as I want to directly into the paper. I also have my ideas, so this helps me incorporate it into my argument because I already have the ideas I was thinking about this one. Okay. Now, if I want to, from the tabletop view, I can also print this out. And so if you don't have the luxury of maybe 2 monitors, 2 screens, and you don't want to do split screen, you could also, if you have access to printing it, you could print an outline. Okay, you can do an outline only, which would pretty much look like this. You can do an outline with note cards, which is what I would recommend. So which note card items do you want in that outline? Well, I would want source, page numbers if there are. I don't need tags or cues. The quotation, definitely. I didn't paraphrase. We didn't work with paraphrasing. My ideas and history creator. Okay. So then I can export it to a Google Doc or to a Word or to Word Online, RTF, or a previous web page. I want to, this time around, print export to Google Docs. So I hit submit. And now I have my outline. So what I would look for, hey, here's Roman numeral 1, my introduction. Roman numeral 2 is I'm dealing with the aspect of complexity. And here are my notes. So whatever this was the title, this is my source. So you see, I have the spelling for my author's name. Here's my direct quote. Here's my ideas. Okay, here's the next note card. Again, direct quote, my ideas. Okay, and then you can see here, it switches to Roman numeral 3. So then I would have this that I could work with. Okay, one of the reasons for doing this and perhaps even bringing it over into a document for yourself is basically being able to use information correctly. If I'm able to, hey, if I just, this is the quote I want, or maybe I just want this part, okay. I just copy paste that into my paper. And I know that I have the exact wording. And here I know, okay, well, I have my author, and so I have a much better chance of avoiding any errors in, say, using a quote, using it correctly, accurately, and of course, all the spellings for the names that I need. All right. Okay, so I hope that you will make use of that feature to help make organizing your paper a useful tool for you. You could also do your outlining on paper if you wanted to. It's not a problem.